Hello and good evening. My name is John. We're back with Doki Doki Literature Club. When we last left off, we read a poem to Saruki. I'm saying that right, it's been a day. We're going to continue on with Natsuki. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. It's really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That might be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy and add more meaning just by using annoying and complex language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head's over heels for that cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your readers look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way of looking at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion. My opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound, to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me and took me to the nurse. I tried to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hand's probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. This is a mean poem. Amy has lots of friends. I always hear talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps them private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's not better off without spider lovers. I'm going to tell everyone. That's a mean poem. Not bad, right? It's quite longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone agreed that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks How does it matter? It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby, a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn a lesson to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. What do my people think, not just feel? Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Alright. Monica. Hi again, steam cleaning. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going too bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Nah, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share with what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, steam cleaning. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations so low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. No, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sanori, who uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers love to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, but both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or let them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked, though. I'm sure I have nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? Sure. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. They're all longer. Load. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Click. Oh, alright. Even more abstract than your last one, huh? Haha. I guess this is the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how I space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. That way I wrote the lines really short to make it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as physical expressions of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know what might change your mind, or why something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Is that meta? Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Theme cleaning? How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. Really wanted to try to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Huh. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. It was with you. Oh, jeez. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttling of a raccoon outside the window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed the strange tendencies as ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hunger, curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off the cutting knife. The very same light glints in the eye of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to follow me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish the cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I could see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I know it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to explore vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, and I can't figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm used to usually force to keep to myself. Are you a murderer? Are you stabbing people? Though sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Huh? Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being really ridiculed for a strange interest? Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anyone else. She's right. And, I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have a lot more in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person to make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging me, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry. I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. Okay, everyone! We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so everybody could come and sit in front of the room. It's about the festival? Well, sort of. Should we really do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves without getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Seniori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. Let us and tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But, Monika. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone come up and recite poems too. So Nori's putting it all on posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hee 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 hee. Jori's been coloring a poster, holds it up for everyone to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to perform in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Senori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room of people. I guess kinda overlooked that. So I'm sorry. ... But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start an event, each of us put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. The more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And all it takes is standing in front of a room full of 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Senori looks worried. I guess it leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Senori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just get it over with. Alright. You. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around everyone else's expected faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously getting me the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting it in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is all too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem from the club, how can you use what to do in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off, to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through his notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion on each line. She recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Senori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes up the recitation. 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a deep breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next, says Yuri. Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much in effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back in reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds up the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. ... Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Senori hops out of the chair and cheerily walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Aha! Sorry, I giggle. Hey. Senori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then, Senori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice is made. It's a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Senori is. It's a serene and bittersweet. If I was to read it on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe that's what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone than I thought I knew through and through. Read? Did I say reach? Read? Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! That history work? No, it says reach. It's like I get to reach more deeply. I did it! Good job, Sayori. You even seem clean liked it. Guess it's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work at all. You might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Hehe. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time over the festival, you know? Oh, okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before steam cleaning. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let steam clean lower our expectations a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get this over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step on the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, make me feel terrible awkward. I recite my poem. If I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it too much. Think less about your ability, it's more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way towards the podium. The poem is called... Why are y'all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, the poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's traditional style and works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. Words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for the other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess that's the case. You won't have to much worry about it for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming to the group. It might be hard, but I hope that all of you have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. And yeah, no problem. Okay everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for a festival, we'll finish playing tomorrow and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hehehe. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Steve Clean, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I welcome Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Huh? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I don't know. While we save, they said to. I'll walk home with Yuri. Walk home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, it would feel awkward turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with it, what I just said. Ah, so you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point to speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you. And Yuri. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. You say so. Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It was kind of her fault for chuffing me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen next time? Write another poem? Let's do a sad poem. Anxiety, agonizing, frightening, depression, sadness, kawaii, unstable, contamination, uncanny, disown, melancholy, inferno, disarray, tragedy, captive, we used that one already. Prayer, hopeless, misfortune, massacre, and vertigo, and unrequited. Oh man! I'm the last one here again. Don't worry about it, I just walked in too. Were you practicing the piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and not picking up the piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you, too. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help me out for the festival. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's the whole day of school where you get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Signori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon-ika. I guess I don't get the pun. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Okay, there you go. Huh? Oh, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Hey, fine. Your actions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Signori's anyways. Excuse me? Where is Signori anyway? Oh, there you are. Signori is sitting in the distant corner looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Signori! I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? Oh, you're spacing out again. Oh, sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Everything alright? Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Signori shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. You say so. I worriedly glance at Signori before entering back towards everyone else. But the conversations are dispersed as I went back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Signori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Steve Cleaning, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Signori recently? Anything up with her? What way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Signori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Steam Cleaning. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. This time, when I asked her, she seemed really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about well-being my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Yeah, you sure about that? It seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe we should just have our time bringing it up with a person of interest. With the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe things on her mind is you, Steam Cleaner. Me? How on earth did you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Shinori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Yeah? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light is turned on inside of her. What? No way. Shinori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Steam Cleaning. Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Huh? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up in front of just once over the room where Shinori is sitting. I watch her kneel down to Shinori and gently talk to her. She's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Shinori told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much I do care about her that I'm letting this weigh on me down so much. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri's peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up at my desk and sit in the one next to her. Huh? I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts. How were you able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only concern of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping it to themselves. But if you prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. No, it's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Shinori. Shinori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. But I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh? That's quite romantic. Huh? So sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not like that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Shinori and I have been just friends for a long time, that's all. Oh, I see. And perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading a little too much into it. Steam Cleaning, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. I think there might be something behind it after all. I think that Shinori is a very complex person. Her manners on the outside don't always match what they may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel the same concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Shinori. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't have to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. I should take my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Did I say not to mention, or... Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, found with the filter inside. He holds for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and we'll get some water. He walks past me, sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk, I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, now the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you off to? You're always gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounded to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That kind of one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell me something wrong with helping involve steam cleaning and club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, steam cleaning. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Hey, different background. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Steam cleaning? How come even when I do something bad, you're being so nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it seem in your head? Nobody's perfect. Should have been nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. You always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Did I miss something? Why would I hate you? You can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Steam cleaning? I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I'd be friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once filled with the water pitcher, return to the classroom. Do you like oolong tea? Yes. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees! It's weird that they really spelled that out. Also, to let it... I don't know. Don't the kettles just boil? Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. Shouldn't do any less without making tea for others. Even if I'm not expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be more impressed. Perhaps I will. Fetches the teapot, begins measuring tea leaves. To my surprise, she starts humming a little to herself. Just in a good mood. Is that so? I was letting it show? And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. And it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me steam cleaning. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Steam cleaning, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? Well, it's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly and I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunch over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. This bag of small chocolate candies kept hidden from Seniori's candy radar. I take it since it will go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides, and in sync we assume the reading position as last time, each holding half the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well, huh? Yuri sighs closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hands. That's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. Briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapping. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Yeah, are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book up, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation is completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closed her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression slowly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Steam cleaning. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well, you were just helping. That's something like friends do, right? I mean, not really in the kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation got really tense. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate to my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't even avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Steam cleaning up. Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. Spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups on the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Alright. Got another poem block here. We're going to stop for now. Well, things are getting pretty intense with Yuri. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the game. Cheers.